Hello everyone, Urskik here, and today we're going to be playing Mountain Blade Warband. So, let's jump right in. Welcome adventurer to Mountain Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character, or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. Let's continue. We're going to be male, and you were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was an impoverished noble, a traveling merchant, a veteran warrior, a hunter, a steppe nomad, or a thief. Well, this gives us an easy start, but we don't really want an easy start. Let's go for a veteran warrior. Our father was brave and fought in wars long, long ago, and we want to live up to his legacy. As a child, your family scrabbled out a meager living from your father's wages as guardsman to the local lord. Oh, I guess he wasn't that great. It was not an easy existence, and you were too poor to get much of an education. You learned mainly how to defend yourself on the streets, with or without a weapon in hand. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a page at a nobleman's court, a craftsman's apprentice, a shop assistant, a street urchin, or a stepchild. Let's think about this. So, this is probably going to make it a little bit easier on us. I feel like since we were scratching out a meager living, I would have found a craftsman who I was lucky enough that he took me on as his apprentice. So, as a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed with a local craftsman to learn a trade. After years of hard work and study under your new master, he promoted you to journeyman and employed you as a fully paid craftsman for as long as you wished to stay. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You became a squire, a troubadour, a university student, a goods peddler, a smith, or a game poacher. I feel like we would have gone on to be a smith from being a craftsman, so we became a smith. The distinction felt sudden to you. Somewhere along the way, you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. You pursued a career as a smith, crafting items of function and beauty out of simple metal. As time wore on, you became a master of your trade, and fine work started to fetch fine prices. With food in your belly and logs on your fire, you could take pride in your work and your growing reputation. But soon, everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision? Was personal revenge, the loss of a loved one, wanderlust, being forced out of your home, lust for money and power. I think wanderlust. We want to go make a name for ourselves in the world before we leave it. We need to go see places, meet people, do great things, see great things. Let's go with wanderlust. You only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. You're not even sure when your home became a prison. Then the familiar became mundane. But your dreams of wandering have taken over your life. Whether you yearn for some faraway place or merely for the open road and the freedom to travel, you could no longer bear to stay in the same place. You simply went and never looked back. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. Okay, we're riding to our destiny, guys. What will the game saving policy be? Oh, we're going realistic. True RP up in here. Okay, now enter your name and distribute your attributes, skill, and weapon points. You can click on various elements on the screen to learn how each one will affect your character. Okay, so we got 4 attribute points, 6 skill points, and 10 weapon points. Let's go for upgrading one-handed a little bit and get some crossbow in there. Maybe a bit more than one-handing. Or two-handed. And one more crossbow. Okay. So, from what I know, these are allowed to upgrade based on their derivative trait in the 3s that it's offered. So, let's try and get all of our stuff up in 3s. It's going to be hardest on intelligence, because intelligence is very good for party skills, but not for a leader. Let's get 2 in charisma, and then we can put 1 in agility, and then 1 into intelligence. So agility gave us 5 more weapon points. We'll go get 2 more in crossbow, and then put the rest into two-handed weapons. And let's see what we can upgrade over here. We need leadership because that lowers wages and increases morale and party size. So we'll get that, and let's look for some more leader skills. Inventory management, that's always important. You need inventory management. That way we can collect all the fat loot. And then maybe some personal skills as well. Trainer, we can probably get other people, and we've already got 1, so that should be good. Looting. Let's go for Power Strike and Iron Flesh. We need to be a big, tough warrior. 1 more in Iron Flesh, and then we've got 1 point left. Persuasion. Yeah, persuasion seems like a good thing. Okay, and we need to set a name. How about Sir Erskig? No, we are no noblemen, and we have earned no titles yet. I say yet because we're gonna achieve great things, so just Erskig is fine. Tutorial. Adjust your character's face using the buttons and the sliders. To rotate the head, click on it and drag the mouse. Look over here. Oh, wait. What? Oh, that didn't work out quite as well as I thought. Okay. Let's go for a little older, like, say, there. And then, can we get a nice dark hair color? No, it doesn't seem like we can. It seems like this is the closest we're gonna get it. Okay. So, no, too tasseled. Let's see. Let's go for a nice full head of hair. There we go. I guess that kind of works. It's okay. And I don't know. I don't really like the hair color. We'll go for something lighter. Like that. That looks good. Okay. Facial hair. That's pretty nice beard, but I don't know. Can we get anything better? Ooh, that's pretty full, but kind of unkempt. Very craftsman-like. We'll go with that one. Okay. And then I'm not gonna mess with these, because if character creation has ever taught me anything, it's that messing with these sliders will make you look like one ugly, screwed up individual. So we're gonna hit done. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers. Well, we're an adventurer, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally, you hold the key of your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, you join a caravan to Praven, in the kingdom of Swadia, join a caravan to Revaden in the kingdom of the Vigers, I don't know how to pronounce that, join a caravan to Tolga in Kurgit Khanate, take a ship to Sargoth in the kingdom of the Nords, take a ship to Yokala in the kingdom of the Rodoks, or join a caravan to Sheriz in the Saranid Sultanate. Don't know, let's go with the Vigers. That seems like a good thing. You have come through the Viger Highlands, a plateau exposed to the bitter winds from the north. The land here is frozen for most of the year, but the forests are rich with fur-bearing game, and the rivers are teeming with fish. The riches of the land draw the traders, but the traders in turn draw bandits. You saw the occasional dark figure mounted on a shaggy pony, watching the passage of your caravan from a snowy ridge, and were glad when the spires of Revaden came into view across the wide valley of the Bolak River. Okay. You're exhausted by the time you find the inn in Revaden and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You adventure out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Okay, looks like we're about to be attacked. Let's get right into this. Oh, let's try and get this guy. Oh. Come at me, bro. That's awesome. Okay, well, we killed him. That'll teach him to mess with us. Bandits. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. Merchant of Revaden. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while checking the street, and then finally convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Okay, let's go talk to this guy. Now let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers, fewer men to keep an eye on the streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too. But you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things have become. You had no such excuse. He had no such excuse. But he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either. And I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. Well, if you're so worried about him, why wouldn't you be willing to pay his ransom? That seems a bit like you're defeating the purpose there, but okay. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? I'm interested in the silver. Not sure what your gratitude will get me, and it will probably start me off into the game with good little party, so I am interested. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted, I'll warrant. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There are always a few lads in the villages around here, looking for a bit of work that's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay, so take this purse of 100 dinars, consider it in advance on your reward. Go around to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Okay, so let's try and get 7. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages. I said that. That was me. I said it. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Warband. After you've got your group together, then we'll speak about what we do next. You have taken your first quest. You may view your quest log by pressing Q at any time. Good to know. Okay, let's press tab to leave, and we're out of here. So that's us. And there's a band of deserters. That's probably not the best thing. Go to Aike, or however you pronounce that. You're now viewing the overland map. Left click on the map to move your party to that location. Enter the selected town or pursue the selected party. Time will pause on the overland map if your party is not moving, waiting, or resting. To wait anywhere, simply press and hold down the spacebar. I did not know that. Good to know. Okay, so we're traveling to Aike. The village of Aike seems unremarkable. The fields and orchards are busy. The villagers engage in the tasks of the seasons. Humans and animals alike look relatively healthy and well fed. However, a small number of the outermost fields are left unsown, and some walls are in ill repair, suggesting that there are still not quite enough hands to do all the work which needs to be done. So, like an average little village, not poor, not rich. 3 Vigor recruits volunteer. Okay, we'll take them all. Then let's go to Sambaja. Sambuya? I think that's how you pronounce it. Sambaya? I don't know. Oh, looters over there. Okay, let's avoid these guys. This filth. Try to find a different village. Let's go to Karindi. Oh, those are just village farmers. Okay, we're coming up on Karindi. We'll see who we can hire here. The village of Karindi appears to be thriving. The fields and orchards are humming with activity, with filled sacks of grain and drying meat testifying to the productivity of the village's cropland and pastureland. So it's kind of a wealthy village. That's good. Good for them. That means that a few guys should be able to volunteer. 5 recruits. Okay, we're taking them. That should be good, and we'll leave. Let's check our inventory. We've got 50 smoked fish and 1 set of tools. What are we outfitted with? Tunic with vest, ragged leather boots. Okay, so we aren't the best looking right here, but I mean, we're not awful. Actually, let's check our purse. We got 170 dinars, so we could stand to recruit at Sambuya. Oh, achievement unlocked. Morale leader. That's good, I guess. Just on the open road. Nothing but the wind to our back. so kind of average wealth. It's unremarkable. Recruit the volunteers. 5 recruits again. That's awfully lucky. Okay, so now we've got 13 guys willing to follow us. Let's go to Rebache. Rebache? I feel like I'm mispronouncing all of these, but we're just going. The village of Rebache appears to be thriving, so, seem kind of rich. Recruit the volunteers. Only 3. Okay, so 16 guys in total. We'll trade. This is the trade section. Hold down the control key while clicking on an item to quickly purchase or sell it. Good, good. So we've got 90 dinars and a set of tools worth an awful lot of dinars. So we'll buy some bread to keep our men happy, and then that should be the extent of our money. Let's return and leave. Okay, I'm probably gonna be traveling slower at night and through forests, but yeah. And I'd imagine that the bandits are gonna attack us more at night than they would during the daytime, because they are filthy scum of the earth. Ooh, there's a tournament, but we don't have time to join the tournament. We'll enter the tavern. Okay. There's the merchant, a man named Artemener, a wandering skald, and a man named Marnid, and a caravan guard. Okay, so we'll talk to the merchant. Splendid work. You've hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Ravadan have told us that there's a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect that they are all from the same band, the one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Very well, I shall hunt for bandits. Why don't you come with us? Or I cannot deal with this matter at this time. Well, he's a merchant, he doesn't have time to come with us, so very well, I shall hunt for bandits. And then, you know, we've got time. Why not go join the tournament? We'll probably lose, but oh well. And we don't have enough money to place bets on ourselves, so we'll fight in the next round. Okay, let's get these guys out of here. They're pretty tough. Gotta block and hit. Gotta get the motion of it. Okay, let's take this guy down. Oh no. He took us out. This could be it. Yeah, you've been best in this melee, but the Master of Ceremonies declares a recognition of your skill and bravery, allowing you to take part in the next round. Okay, we're at Tier 2 of the tournament. Not sure how much further we can go, but who knows, we could win this. So there are going to be 2 teams with 3 fighters each. We're going to rely pretty heavily on our teammates. Oh, we got a lance. So let's ride some fools down. Oh, no, I missed. And, let's get out of here. So, it's 3-1. This isn't going very well. And we're not delivering very much damage, so the plan is we're gonna draw these guys over here, and then we're gonna go over here, dismount, pick up one of these swords or an axe. And what have you got? Okay, well, victory to the betters. You've been eliminated from the tournament. As the only man to remain undefeated this day, Dranton wins the lists and the glory of this tournament. Okay. And on that bitter defeat, we shall say goodbye.